welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Ellie and this is Small and Strong. This weekend is a really exciting weekend for me. I am so excited, but I really am. It is the Rollettes Virtual Experience weekend. Now I've heard about this previously from another YouTube channel which is called Wheels No Heels. I will have it linked down below. And then recently I was watching a Wheels to Walking video, which I will also have linked down below, where he did a dance class with the woman who owns the Rollettes, and she was saying that they were doing a virtual experience, and I was like, this is my time. This is the time for me. So I applied online and I paid for it. It was like $100, but I think that was like £85 for 2 days worth of a dance convention basically for female wheelchair users, and that is something that I've been really interested in. Obviously, some of you will know I have done musical theatre in the past. I actually trained for 2 years on a musical theatre BTEC course, and then I swapped over to acting. And I don't think I've ever got into the real reason why I swapped over to acting, and it was because the school I was at wasn't the most accessible school in the world, and I got progressively worse and more ill, and I struggled more as I stayed at that school. So by the time it came to applying for degree courses and any further education, I didn't feel like I was able to do that because I needed to use a wheelchair and because my disability was getting worse and having more of a serious impact on my life. Now recently, obviously I'm taking a gap year, and that question's coming up again and again for me, and I don't quite know what to do. Now this Rollettes experience has come at the perfect time because it allows me to explore dancing in a wheelchair, and that is something that didn't even cross my mind I could do. So I'm so grateful that it is virtual this year. I'm able to do it from my bedroom. I am going to try dancing in a wheelchair. Now obviously they are still in LA, so the Rollettes are filming it in LA and it's being streamed over Zoom to people literally all around the world. So we're all on different time zones. In the UK, I believe they're 8 hours behind me. So when they were starting at 9 o'clock, that was 5 o'clock for me. So I didn't start filming this until quite late in the day and the sun was already setting. Level up and understand how my body works being in a wheelchair and how I can make it better for myself being in a wheelchair. My wheelchair has never squeaked this much in its life. I'm gonna have to get my dad to like WD-40 this up because it's not the best, but I'm having so much fun. I'm genuinely so thankful to the Rollettes for doing this virtual experience. I will have links to everything they do down below and you should seriously go and check them out. After that class we had a panel called Disabled and a Boss with some really cool guest speakers, but while I was listening to that I decided to write out my timetable for the weekend. Because of the time difference, obviously I had no clue where I was meant to be, what I was meant to be doing, so this was really helpful. We're now at 9:10 in the evening and we just had lunch because obviously for them it's lunchtime, and that was really good. They put us all in breakout rooms, so I was there with I think like 5 or 6 other people, and they were all from America, and I don't know a lot about the healthcare system in America. I'm obviously from England, NHS. I'm so thankful for it, especially after that conversation, because I learnt so much, and I was the only British one in our group. And I've just met some really cool people. There's other people who do a lot more within the Rollettes community and they take part in a lot more things. And it was really crazy to hear about their experiences with trying to get a wheelchair in America and how they pay for their healthcare. And it's so strange because I've never had to know any of that before, and hearing it from them, it's made me so thankful for the fact that I live in England, the fact that I was born in England, because the difference between, there was a girl there who became I don't know the exact specifics of her injury, but she got injured when she was a child, and that's made her disability journey easier than the people who became injured as an adult. I still don't quite know how it worked, but that is so strange to me. But it's been a real eye-opening experience, and I'm loving meeting people. As I just keep saying, I'm so thankful to live in England, and all this Rollettes experience. I wouldn't know any of this if I hadn't been on this experience. Now we have a talk called Grit, Perseverance and Overcoming Adversity with a gold medal Paralympic swimmer called Mallory Weggemann. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this because I've always been very sporty, and the Paralympics is something that I really look up to and I would really love to be a part of one day. At the moment, my disabilities don't qualify me as disabled enough to go in the Paralympics, and I haven't actually ventured into the sport world in a wheelchair, so hopefully I will learn something from this. But I'm so excited yet again.
I heard more voices telling me I shouldn't than I did of voices telling me I should. I count on about one hand the people that believed I could do it. I have a gold medal sitting to my left, which I always have with me when I do a speech. It's in a sock, mind you. It's not about acing our math exam or winning a Paralympic gold medal or nailing the perfect routine or getting into the dream college. We are going to fall. And I just want all of you to know that those days, they don't make you a failure.
You join me again. I'm still in my bed. I've just watched Mallory's talk, and oh my god, it was incredible. So many people were crying. It just hit so hard. I'm getting ready for the next dance class, which I believe is hip hop, and that's going to be good because I haven't done hip hop in years, so that's going to be so fun. But that talk we just had with Mallory was incredible. It was just so honest, and it was really nice to hear, and I think there's a lot of things that we need to hear as disabled people that we don't get told, because in our lives we're not surrounded by disability. Disability isn't the normal. It's not. We are a minority, and becoming now part of this whole family community is incredible. Things she was saying about fear and how fear stops you so much, and fear is something that you grow from. Everything about her is phenomenal, and she's bringing out a book, and honestly I think everyone who just watched that interview with her will be buying that book, because I wish I could carry her words around with me forever. I wish I had them repeating in my head forever, but my memory's not that good, because she just spoke so many truths that we all needed to hear, and she had everyone crying. It is currently 11:30 at night. My dad's gone to bed, so I'm having to be a little bit quieter, but that hip hop class was quite fun. I haven't done hip hop, like I said, in such a long time, and it's never been a style that I've found myself feeling confident in, but strangely I feel more confident doing it in a wheelchair than I do when I wasn't in a wheelchair, which is strange, and I'll have to think about that some more because I don't quite understand why. But because it is 11, the makeup's come off, we've got comfy clothes on. The rest of tonight is, we've got a Q&A, then a break, then a pyjama party. I'm not sure if I'll go to the pyjama party just because it starts at 3 AM. If you've watched this channel for a while, or if this is your first video, hello. I have epilepsy, and if I don't get enough sleep, that is a trigger for me, and I am 2 months away from being 1 year seizure free and getting my driving license back, so I'm gonna have to weigh that up in my mind. The positive is I can sleep as much as I like tomorrow. There is nothing I have to do, so we'll see, because I really did enjoy meeting everybody and chatting to them on lunch, and I think that would be really nice to do at the pyjama party, but we'll see how we're going because my eyes are red and I am tired. I noticed in that hip hop class that my body is hurting, and I wasn't having the best day anyway, and like the whole arms, obviously I'm still on the waiting list for shoulder surgery, so goodness knows what's going on there with COVID, but I'm not in the best physical shape with my arms, so I couldn't do what I would think of as like the professional dance training that I've had, but I feel like that's the whole point, is I'm learning how to adapt and work with my new body. And something that they keep saying on here is how to adapt the routine, so you can adapt it so you don't move your wheelchair, or so you don't do your arms as high. And I really like that message. I think it's so true for so many things. It's like, just because you do it differently to others, that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. So I'll get to this Q&A, see what we've got going on, and then if I fall asleep before the pyjama party, then I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Sunday today. My plan last night was to have a nap from 12 o'clock until 3 o'clock at night, and then join in the pyjama party, which was 3 AM until 5 AM, and then go back to sleep and just sleep forever until today. But it was midnight and I set my alarm for 3 o'clock, and then I couldn't get to sleep for some reason. I was doing a lot of thinking about what we'd heard and how fun it was, and my body was still quite energised from obviously dancing throughout the night, so I didn't end up falling asleep until about 1:30, 2:30, and then I woke up just before 3 o'clock, and I just couldn't. I was so tired, so I turned my alarm off in my sleepy state, and I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I missed the pyjama party. So I am gutted about that, but I'm sure I'll get to meet other people today that I would have met last night. But that is the only negative about the time difference, because in LA that was 7 o'clock in the evening until 9 o'clock in the evening, but for me that was 3 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the morning. One day I'll be there in real life and I can have a pyjama party then. For today, I've sorted out my setup a bit more, because last night I was realising what I needed, what I didn't have, what I couldn't do. So I will show you my little setup for the Rollettes Virtual Experience 2020. Okay, so this is my setup. I have my laptop down here. It's currently got the book pre-order for the woman who we had a talk off yesterday, which I'll link down below. But that is where the zooming happens. I can obviously see myself in that mirror, and I've got this space here so I can do my dancing there. And then I have my bed to my left, and it's got a desk on it, and this is the top I wear when we're dancing because it gets quite hot in here. And then on my bed I have a jumper, so this is what I'll wear when I'm sitting on my bed, because this desk is for when we have talks. So I'll pick up my laptop from here and put it on there, and then I can sit comfortably in my little V pillow and listen and talk with other people. As you can see, I'm in my bed. We've just had a chat about disability rights from Judith Human. She was in the Netflix documentary called Crip Camp, and it was so cool to hear her talking about how much has changed in her lifetime, and it sort of showed me how much we have the ability to change. And I think what the Rollettes are doing is incredible, and it is going to spark so much change, and it already has. And what we've just listened to and heard from Judith was incredible, and I'm so glad that I got to hear that. But right now there is an Ulta Beauty seminar going on with Steph, and I didn't have all my makeup ready, so people are joining in, but I'm just giving it a watch, getting some tips. It's like watching a YouTube video. She's really nice. I could literally watch her all day. But I was just sitting back and taking a moment to look at everyone who is on the Zoom, and there's, let me see, there's 7 pages on the Zoom, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 times 7, 25 times 5, 25, 50, 75, 100, 105, 150, 175. Right, that's 175 people. Why did I do, I've got a calculator. Right, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 times 5, 75 times 7, 175, 100, got there. It's 175, there we go, we got there. That is 175 women across the world with disabilities who use wheelchairs. There is a whole range of people, the whole range of different conditions and disabilities and challenges, and we're all on this one platform together, and we're able to meet each other and we're able to chat together, and it's just so empowering. It's made me more accepting of myself, and it's made me feel stronger because I know there's this community there now, and I'm chatting to people and we're talking on Instagram and I'm seeing other people's videos and I'm really enjoying it. I'll put the hashtags down here where you can go on social media, so there'll be Instagram, Twitter, TikTok I think is another place, and you can go and search these hashtags and just see other people dancing and see how other people have found this weekend. And I think that's really cool. We're building up a little social community that I've become part of this year. Just quickly, these are the 7 pages of everyone watching. Quite a few people don't turn their cameras on, but you know what? They're still there watching. We're doing a little warm up, like cardio thing, and I love it.
Squeeze your biceps as you're doing so.
And it's really cool because the whole way they're like telling you how you can adapt it if you can't do certain things. So like I was doing the crunch and I couldn't keep my arms up by my head, and she was like, just do this differently. And I was like, yeah.
Alright, and now we're gonna go ahead and go back to those right crunches. Have your arms however is best for you.
So she's just said there, have your arms however is best for you. We have just had lunch. My dad very kindly made me a sandwich and brought it upstairs to me, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you, Dad. It was a sandwich of the gods, which is our family creation. I call it a sandwich of the gods because it's that good. It's so good. But now we are back in the main Zoom call because we have a talk with Ali Stroker, who is on Broadway, to talk about creating your dream career, which is what the thing is called. And I am so excited. I'm gonna like proper pay attention to this. I should probably get a notebook because this can be good. And one of the girls in my lunchroom, I was talking to her and she was saying that she met Ali at her first year of the Rollettes and didn't realise who she was, and she's like just a lovely, genuine, kind person, as are so many people in the musical theatre community. So I am beyond excited for this next Zoom. I didn't get time to film while I was getting ready for the next class after our Ali Stroker talk, but this is my notebook. I only took down 2 things because I was so focused on what she was saying. But in the first half, she focused on the fact that you are not a liability, because at drama school she got told that she was a liability, and I think most people in a wheelchair have had this said to them at some point in their life. I personally had it at high school and then also at drama school, but then she got to answer one of my questions that I typed in, which was about how to make drama school a more accessible experience. And she was chatting about how she had to turn her limitations into opportunities. That was really helpful and it was exactly what I needed to hear. And then she sang for us a few times and she has a phenomenal voice. The talent on her is unmatched. So I'm 100% going to follow her in the rest of her career, and I'm so excited to see what she gets up to next.
And 3 into your left, yeah, and then you're going to let your head go and 4, yeah, or you can accent and 4 any way that
is a TikTok dance and a hip hop class, and I love them both. It was such a good way to end the weekend, and now we're going to be watching the awards.
Thank you for being you. Thank you for being boundless. Thank you for being on this journey with us, and we will see you in 2021. No matter what, if it's in person or virtually, we love you guys. We will see you very soon. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
And that is it. I am currently reserving my place for 2021. Hopefully, all the fingers crossed, we'll be able to attend in person because it looks so cool. I've really enjoyed this weekend and I cannot wait to do it in person. It's later now and I've posted on Instagram at small_and_strong, and I'm just having a look at like the new friends I've made over the weekend, the people liking my Instagram, the people commenting. I'm looking at other people's videos and pictures on the hashtags, and I cannot tell you, I've not felt like this in a very, very long time. This whole thing started because I'm trying to find a new normal, and I think I'm getting there. This is one of the first times in the journey where I've had a moment of like, oh my gosh, like I could live this life. I'm gonna live this life and I'm gonna do it so well, and I'm gonna do it in all the ways I want to. I'm not gonna let other people dictate how I live my life because I shouldn't need to. And I just want to say a huge thank you to the Rollettes and Chelsie in particular for having this idea, because without this idea we would not be sat here in 2020 on a virtual Zoom live Rollettes experience. It just wouldn't be a thing. So thank you so much for making that idea happen. And to everyone out there who has an idea, just follow it through. Follow it through. With the talks this weekend, one of the key themes has been, don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to fail at anything. If you fall and you smack on your face, you get back up. If it's not right for you, you go find somewhere else and you put your all into that. If it is right for you and you fall and you get back up, you keep going, because literally anything is possible, and this weekend has showed me that. So that is really the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one.